Hey, what's up, everyone? Good morning. And guys, the Titan event just went live, and I'm telling you, get ready, get your sweatpants on because it's going to be a busy week. Before we start, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and now let's get back to the video. So, first, let's take a look at the Titan event. Where are the milestones? So, Milestone 1, nothing really crazy here, just some little goodies here and there. 3-star chicken whatsoever. Milestone 2 gets a little bit more interesting as we get 50 Plarium points here, some Star Stone, which is not really a big amount, but I guess some extra Star Stone. But on the Milestone 2 we get the Hatter's Reserve, the epic relic from the event relics, which is actually not that bad, but it's also not completely overwhelming, right? So yeah, really decent epic relic. Then on the Milestone 3, for 600 teacup points, we will get the Avatar frame. Other than that, there's nothing really interesting in here. Maybe the epic Chaos Ore, but that's about it. But the Avatar frame really looks sick, in my opinion. I love the design. And then on Milestone 4, this is where it's getting interesting. Here we will get a 2-star basalt, which you can use as kind of like a chicken for relics. This is quite nice. A Void Shard, Legendary Book, Immortal Soul Stone, 6-star, Legendary Chaos Ore, and the legendary event relic, the Cat's Gaze, which is probably the most valuable thing in this Titan event. So at 1,000 points, pretty reasonable amount of points you need to get here for this relic, considering that you kind of have to gamble with crafting materials if you're not going for this Titan event. Then you have the Milestone 5 in here, which is also pretty juicy, as you get a rank 3 basalt in here. You only can get rank 3 basalts from Chimera clashes, from the chests, right? So this is pretty huge. A Primal Shard, also really nice. 6-star Mythical Chaos Ore, and Mythical Skill Tome, and as well the 5-star Soul for Mad Hatter. So if you only want to go for the Cat's Gaze, you can definitely stop at 1,000 teacup points without a problem. But to go for the Mad Hatter Soul is actually also pretty valuable, in my opinion, for the book, right? And a Primal Shard and the 3-star Basalt. So yeah, not bad at all in terms of rewards. But everything before that, other than the Avatar and maybe the epic relic, is kind of underwhelming. Now, I haven't seen the amount of points, if you have to, like, you know, the total amount of points you can get if you have to, like, participate in every event and tournament to get to the Mad Hatter Soul. I'm pretty much assuming so. So, you know, you can't really skip any of the events. But I'm not completely sure. That's just an assumption because I didn't find any information on that anywhere. But in this tab here, you can see all the events and artifacts that are going on at the moment. For example, we have the 2x and 10x event and the Champ Chase tournament, where you can get the Cheshire Cat. If you place first here, you need 5,000 points for that. But here you can see you can get 200 teacup points from the Champ Chase tournament for 3,000 points, which is actually pretty achievable if you have a reasonable amount of ancient shards. That's like 12 epics. So if you're lucky, you can do it in a couple of ancient shards, maybe like 50 or something like that. Also keep in mind you can use any source of getting champions, like fusions, remnant summons, anything basically. You will also get points from getting champions from the campaign, for example. Then we have the classic arena takedown right now, and this is going to give us another 30 points, pretty low end in terms of points, but also one of the most easiest ones to complete. But yeah, let's take a look at the event calendar. So if you go to the Plarium Play app and click on the event calendar, you can see they already put bunch of events and tournaments in here, so you can plan your actions at least a little bit. So we have the 2x, 10x right here, the T Party Titan event starting at the same time. And again, there is no information on how many points there are actually to get. But yeah, I'm assuming you have to participate in every one of these events. I wouldn't really try to skip any of these unless you're not going for the maximum for the, for the 5-star Mad Hatter Soul. I'm pretty sure some people will stop at the legendary relic. So yeah, then you can get points from the champ chase that started today. We already covered that, 200 points. There's going to be a spider tournament also starting from today, where you can also get points as well as ocular masses. So this is pretty interesting. I'm not quite sure how many ocular masses you can get in here, but we will see, I guess. And then the classic arena takedown tournament. We're going to have an ice golem turn attack tournament as well. So all these tournaments are kind of like turn attack tournaments, so you can complete them with a less amount of energy if you can beat them fast, right? So also all of these tournaments for dungeons seem to reward Regal masks, which is quite interesting. Gives you kind of like another motivation to do those types of events and tournaments. The Tag Arena tournament doesn't give teacup points as usual. And then on Monday, we are going to have a Deck of Fate event. Now, it only says that you can get teacup points in here, but from what I remember, in the Asgard event, we had a legendary champion in there, which was Freya. So honestly, I expected to have a legendary champion from the Alice event in here, maybe the Knave of Hearts, for example, but it seems like they didn't do it this time this way, so I don't know. Also, there is no information on how to get points, but most likely it's going to be from shards or soul stones or something like that. At least that's what I'm expecting. It could also be champ training or dungeon divers. So yeah, it's going to be one of these. Oh, there's also starting a Dungeon Divers event on at the same time, so it's probably not going to be Dungeon Divers for the Deck of Fate event. That would be too generous for them to do that. But yeah, as you can see, you can also get teacup points in here. Then there is a Dragon Turn attack tournament on the next day, which kind of lines up with the Dungeon Divers event. So basically, you can run Ice Golem, Dragon, and the event dungeon to get teacup points parallel to the Dungeon Divers event and complete that at the same time. That's what I would do if you're going for the Titan event. You can pretty much run these 3 dungeons during the Dungeon Divers event, which is pretty nice. Then we have another Classic Arena Takedown tournament, which will reward us another 30, I guess. Spider tournament with special rules. So for this tournament, you'll need to beat the spider with a limited champion pool. You could be limited by rarity, faction, or even aliens. Jump in game to see what rules are in place. So we had some events and tournaments like that where you have to use epic champions from this faction only or in stuff like that. So there's no information yet on which faction or which rule this tournament is going to have, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to be too hard. Also, you can basically run stage 20 on these types of tournaments. So that way it's way easier for you to complete this tournament under these special rules. Then at the same time on Friday, the next in 1 week, we are going to have a Summon Rush event, which is also going to be rewarding teacup points. And that's pretty much it for now. That's like 1 week stacked with a lot of events and tournaments. If you're trying to go for the Cat's Gaze or Mad Hatter, I would suggest you to at least complete the majority of these events and get the teacup points, because I don't know how many teacup points you can get in total. And you don't want to fall short just by, 30, 50 TCAP points and miss out on the legendary relic. That would be really unfortunate. But keep in mind, if you're going for the cat's gaze, and then you want to stop, you can definitely skip 500 points, and that will definitely leave you some room to skip some of these events. But as we don't know how the second week is going to look like, you might want to get as many points as possible in this first week. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. I just wanted to give you a quick update on the Titan event as they release the first week of events and tournaments. And with that being said, I hope you learned something, I hope you enjoyed, and see you in the next one.